Hi, I'm Brittany Bailey. How we see Albrecht Durer today is we see him as one of the greatest printmakers of all time, and a deeply religious man towards the end of his life. He had a major influence on the development of European art and publishing. We consider him the greatest influence on the modern mass production of painting, because of his training with his father as a goldsmith. He did a lot of golden carvings and whatnot. In his talent with carving in both wood and metal, he created many religious portraits and secular portraits through this method. During his time, the process of engraving was relatively new in respect to art, like pictures and paintings, not to literature, because they had that for literature. Albrecht, through his talent in engraving many paintings, helped produce a mass production of this art. At this time, many artists can only paint one of their paintings or portraits, but with his, he was able to duplicate his really easily. How he influenced society or the world was in art and his ability, of course, to mass produce his art. His first and greatest artistic impact was in printmaking, where his paintings were the earliest known group of watercolor landscapes to survive, and it wasn't just landscapes, it was also portraits. He did self-portraits too. Even though he was not the founder of printmaking, he elevated it to a level of being an independent art form. He was able to do this by expanding the tonal and dramatic range in colors. And he was very famous at the time for painting nude pictures, for example, his Adam and Eve paintings. Printmaking was a famous process in which they used like woodcuts, or they would use metal or something, and they would carve out their pictures, and then they would paint on them, and then use it as a stamper and place it on the paper. His talent influenced many people to create a lot more of their art and paintings. He also created books with his arts, his paintings. What we would call graphic novels today is what he did back then. And his most famous one was the Apocalypse. It consisted of 15 different woodcuts, and it was in sequences based on the revelations in the Bible. One of his most famous ones was the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Interesting facts was that he was regarded as the greatest German Renaissance artist, and a lot of his paintings and his artworks had a Gothic flavor. He was also, because of his talent and his intellect, the Emperor Maximilian I and his successor Charles V hired him to be the official court artist